Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Box Office Talk. This is the show where I break down what happened at the box office, see if my predictions for the top 5 are correct, and then make predictions for next week's top 5. So let's get right on into it. Last week I predicted that number 1 would be Venom, number 2 would be A Star is Born, number 3 would be Night School, number 4 would be Smallfoot, and number 5 would be The House with a Clock in Its Walls. And I got 3 out of 5 of my predictions right for this weekend. I was very close, but actually 3 and 4 kind of flip-flopped on me, and I wasn't really expecting that. So let's go over what actually happened. Number 1 was, of course, Venom. I think we all kind of expected that to happen, but what we didn't really expect is the huge opening that it had. It really, honestly, did a really good job this weekend, making $80 million here domestically for an opening, which is much higher than the average estimate of $60 million that people were talking about earlier. And worldwide, it is open to $205 million right now, which is already doubled its exactly $100 million budget. So this movie is already off to a pretty slamming success. I think Sony might wait a little bit to see how much more money this makes before they greenlight anything else, or they might just go with it right now, because this honestly isn't that bad of an opening. They already doubled their budget, and they're probably going to make a lot more. They probably will take a hit next weekend, considering what people have been saying, but I do think that this movie is still going to end up having a lot of money to its name. So I really do think that that cinematic universe is actually happening now. They're not going to cancel it again like the Amazing Spider-Man films. Like, they're actually going to go forward with it, which, if you're a fan of Venom, that's cool for you, but if you're like me, not really a big fan, kind of wanted a better movie, let's just hope that they get their act together, I guess, for the next ones. Or maybe those will be so bad that they just flop and we won't get any more of them. Number 2 is A Star is Born, and what really surprised me about this movie is that it opened with a lot more money than I was expecting. It opened with $41 million this weekend. That's insane. Worldwide, it is already sitting at $56 million as well, and this is only on a budget of $36 million, so it only needs about $16 million more in total to double that worldwide. That's very impressive for this film, and I'm so happy for it. I know I haven't reviewed it yet, but I did see it on Tuesday, and I'm going to review it tomorrow, but Jesus Christ, what a film. It really is spectacular, and I'm glad so many people are seeing it, and I really do think that this movie might have more staying power compared to Venom for a while, but that's really more of a waiting game on that one. But I'm so happy that this movie made way more money than I was expecting this weekend. And number 3, Smallfoot. This movie actually held over pretty well for itself. It's still not a huge hit. It only made $14 million this weekend, adding to a domestic total of 42, and on the worldwide chart, it is sitting at 75. It still needs to get to about 160 in total to be considered a success, and right now that's not really looking too good, but at least it held over a little bit better than number 4, which was Night School. It made $12 million this weekend, adding to a domestic total of 46 million, and on the worldwide chart, it is sitting at 58. So it just exactly doubled its $29 million production budget. So even though Smallfoot might have had more people going back to it, Night School had a low enough budget to already be considered a success right now. So Smallfoot might have had more people going to see it this weekend, but still, comparing its budgets, Night School had the advantage of becoming a success way sooner, and that's what happened here. Number 5, we have The House with a Clock in Its Walls, making $7 million, and that adds to a domestic total of $55 million, and on the worldwide chart, it is sitting at 79. It is $5 million away from doubling its $42 million budget, and then it's really just a wait and see if they announce a sequel or not. I'm not really sure if they will. They definitely could make another one, but I'm not really sure, considering these numbers are pretty low. Maybe it's because they need to release it in a couple other places first, and this isn't the end-all, be-all worldwide total, but it doesn't really look that good if you are trying to make a franchise out of this and you're getting such low returns as this. Domestically, it's not too bad, but worldwide, I think, is really what they're looking at. Number 6, we have A Simple Favor, which made $3 million, and that adds to a domestic total of $49 million, and on the worldwide chart, it is sitting at 76, which is very good for this film. It's made $36 million over its doubling point margin, so that's very good. I'm so happy that this film is still doing very well. And number 7, we have a film that I'm really not happy is doing that well still, The Nun, making $2.6 million, and that adds to a domestic total of $113 million, and on the worldwide chart, it is sitting at 346, going in very close to that $400 million in total. Now, I already said last weekend that worldwide it is already the highest grossing Conjuring film, but domestically it still has $24 million exactly to become the highest grossing one, and now seeing how low it's gotten in this top 10, I really don't think that's going to happen, which is good for me, because I think The Conjuring 2 is actually the best Conjuring film, and I'm glad that it can remain the highest grossing one, domestically at least. But worldwide, it's already made so much money that no one's really going to care about the domestic total, so it's not like it really matters that much. Number 8 is Hellfest, making $2.07 million, adding to a domestic total of only $8 million, and on the worldwide chart, it is sitting at $9 million. It needs $2 million more to get to $11 million, which is the doubling point, and I do think it'll get there. It'll be a very low gross, but yeah, I think it definitely will be able to make that $2 million and get to the $11 million doubling point that it needs. Not that this is a huge success or anything, but at least they made back as much money as they could. Number 9 is Crazy Rich Asians, which has made back a ton of money, making $2.06 million, adding to a domestic total of $169 million, and on the worldwide chart, it is sitting at $225. This movie, I don't know what else to really say. It's been so long with it being here. It's gotten as much money as it could, and that's fantastic. So happy for this film that it made so much. And since it's probably going to be leaving next weekend, I just want to give a fair salute to Crazy Rich Asians for being one of the highest grossing movies of the year, surprisingly, which I did not expect when this movie first came out in that first box office talk video, but it did. It became a huge smash hit, so I'm very happy for it. And finally, closing out the video, number 10, The Predator. Oh my god, it only made $900,000 this weekend. Not even $1 million, $900,000. That shows you how popular this movie is. It didn't even surpass any of the other Predator films, like above $49 million. And worldwide, it is right now sitting at $123 million, not even close to the $176 million that they needed. This is not going to go anywhere. The franchise is dead. Might as well just reboot it or leave it alone at this point. How about we just don't make any more Predator films? Because after that first one, it's very clear that no one has really made that great of a Predator film afterwards. So how about we just stop? But now it's time for the fun part, the predictions for next week's top 5. Number 1, I think, will be Venom once again. Number 2, Goosebumps 2, Haunted Halloween. Number 3, A Star is Born. Number 4, First Man. And number 5, Bad Times at the El Royale. But what are your predictions for next week's top 5? Leave them in the comments below, and if you got your predictions right for this week, you're going to get a shout out right now. Unless you didn't get it right, then I'm sorry. And as always, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe. I'm Jackson Fulcher. See you guys next time.